Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. This time, we're really diving deep into this idea of realistic self-help.
I like that.
So not just like the typical think positive and everything will just magically fall into place.
Yeah, more grounded.
Exactly. Grounded in reality, that's what we're looking at.
Right.
And, we had that amazing interview with Big Sean,
Oh, yeah, it's pack.
full of wisdom.
Yeah.
And it really hits on this, blending hard work with the power of manifestation.
It's such a good point because a lot of times those two ideas get separated, right?
Right. It's like either you're all about the hustle or you're, putting it all up to the universe.
Exactly. And what was so cool about Big Sean's story was he emphasizes both, like they work together.
Yeah. He doesn't shy away from the hustle, the years of dedication it takes to achieve something great.
You can't just skip that part.
No, and he's very open about that. But he also talks about the importance of aligning yourself with the right energies and opportunities, like being open to those possibilities. It's not just about visualizing success on your couch, right? It's about actively creating the conditions for it to happen.
Yes, creating and recognizing them when they show up.
Oh, that's a good point. So many times we might be working so hard towards something that we don't even see the opportunity when it's right there in front of us.
Absolutely. Have your eyes open.
And I think Big Sean's story really illustrates this. He talks about manifesting his meeting with Kanye West, his idol, right?
Classic story. Everyone knows that one.
But here's the thing. People often overlook the foundation he built before that moment even happened.
The groundwork.
Exactly. I mean, this guy, he'd been rapping since he was 11 years old.
Wow.
Making CDs, battling, performing at open mics. He even had a regular gig at a radio station.
He was putting in the work.
Oh, yeah. He was hungry.
Not just passively hoping to meet Kanye one day.
Nope. He was actively building his skills.
Yeah.
Putting himself out there. I mean, you could say he was creating his own luck. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that radio gig, that's what led him to Kanye. He saw an opportunity and he took it. Even if it meant, bending the truth a little.
Got to do what you got to do sometimes.
He told them he left his phone in the offices just to get backstage.
That's smart.
Right. That's where preparation meets opportunity. He had his CDs ready.
Ready to go.
His buy one, get one free offers all set. He was ready for that shot when it came. And, he got to rap for Kanye.
I love that part of the story.
It's iconic. But what a lot of people don't realize is Kanye didn't sign him right away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Big Sean had to wait. And he actually talks about hearing from his friends who, went the traditional college route, and they'd be like, see, you should have played it safe.
You should have gotten that degree.
Exactly. And I think that's where the natural element comes in. He had to trust the process, have faith, even when things weren't happening on his timeline.
That can be so hard.
It is, especially when you feel that pressure.
Yeah, from society, from family, from everywhere.
But he visualized Kanye reaching out. He believed it would happen, but he wasn't forcing it. And he was comfortable with that uncertainty.
That's a powerful mindset to have.
And that's another key piece of this realistic approach.
It's not always going to be instant gratification.
No, and he didn't just sit around waiting. He kept working, collaborating, treating his passion like a job, even without that record deal.
So important.
It's a real call to action for anyone pursuing a dream right now.
Absolutely. So we see this in Big Sean's journey so far. It's about putting in the work, being prepared, and trusting that things will unfold in the right way.
And having the faith that they will, even if it takes a little longer than expected.
Exactly. And aligning those actions with your aspirations.
Because you can't just dream it. You got to do it.
You got to do it. And that combination, the doing and the dreaming, that's what ultimately led him to his breakthrough.
And even after all that success, he didn't stop growing.
Right. He talks about feeling burnt out, overwhelmed by the demands of his career.
He even admits to being stuck in that I have to mindset instead of I get to.
That's easy to fall into, especially when you're that driven.
It's like you lose sight of yourself a bit, in pursuit of all those goals.
Absolutely. And Big Sean realized that. He knew he needed to shift his perspective.
And prioritize self-care.
Which is another key element of this realistic, natural approach.
So true. And this is where his journey takes another interesting turn.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Well, he talks about working with a mentor, Marie Diamond.
Wait, Marie Diamond from The Secret?
The one and only. And get this, he had actually seen her in The Secret.
No way. That's crazy.
And they were both drawn to each other. It was almost like it was meant to be.
Oh, I love those kinds of stories.
It speaks to the power of energy and attraction, doesn't it?
For sure. He was open to receiving that guidance, and the right person appeared at the right time.
Like the universe was conspiring to help him on his path?
Yeah. Yeah, the universe had his back. And what did he learn from her? What kind of techniques did she teach him?
Well, he talked a lot about learning techniques for self-love from Marie and how it's not just a passive feeling.
So it's something you actively cultivate.
Exactly. He talks about prioritizing meditation,
Makes sense.
journaling, being in nature, working out.
Taking concrete steps to nourish yourself, mind, body, and spirit.
It's another call to action, you know? It's not enough to just want to feel better. You have to take action to make it happen.
Make it real, tangible.
Exactly. And he's not just talking about it. He's walking the walk.
And he gets pretty real about some of the unconventional approaches to self-care he's tried.
Oh, yeah, like that 4-month cleanse he talks about.
Yeah, he doesn't hold back on the details.
To detoxify his body and just reset his system.
He went all in gut, intestines, liver, kidneys. He even mentioned removing parasites and worms.
Whoa, that's intense.
Right. But I appreciate his honesty.
Me too. It makes it so much more relatable.
He's not afraid to share the nitty-gritty.
And I think what's really interesting is how he connects this physical cleansing to an energetic cleansing as well.
Ah, I see what you mean.
It's like he's saying that by releasing toxins from our bodies, we can also release old patterns, you know.
Limiting beliefs that might be holding us back.
Exactly. A holistic approach.
Mind, body, spirit, all connected.
And he shares this incredible story about his mom advocating for alternative approaches when he was younger.
Oh, remind me about that.
So he had these heart palpitations, like so severe that he could barely walk across a room.
Wow, that's scary.
And the doctors wanted to put in a pacemaker or do open heart surgery.
Seriously?
And his mom refused to accept that as the only option.
Good for her.
She found a doctor who prescribed magnesium and a few other supplements. And unbelievably, his heart was healed.
No way.
The doctors were amazed.
What a powerful testament to the body's ability to heal.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
If-
Sometimes all we need is the right support
And that support might come from places we least expect.
outside of conventional medicine.
Exactly, and he's not saying to reject traditional medicine altogether.
But it's about being open,
Exploring different modalities, trusting your intuition.
finding healthcare providers who align with your values and beliefs,
And this really ties back to that idea of natural motivation we were talking about.
tapping into the body's innate wisdom.
Supporting its natural healing abilities.
And I think it's so refreshing to hear someone in his position talk so openly about these things,
Breaking down stereotypes.
showing us that it's possible to be successful and driven and deeply connected to your inner world at the same time.
It's a beautiful thing.
And that's what makes his message so relatable.
He's not coming from this, perfect place.
He's sharing his journey authentically,
Flaws and all.
reminding us that we're all works in progress, you know?
Constantly evolving.
He even says, I go through terrible days, dark moments, but I also have great days, great moments. It's not like I've figured life out.
That's such an important reminder.
We all go through ups and downs.
Even those who seem to have it all.
And I love that he's not trying to sell us this perfect airbrushed version of success.
He keeps it real.
Vulnerable, encouraging us to embrace our own imperfections.
And there's this really powerful moment at the end of the interview where he talks about what law he would create if he could.
Well, what does he say?
His answer: to not judge. So simple, yet so profound.
Wow.
He talks about how judgment weighs us down,
Traps us in negative
prevents us from seeing the good.
in ourselves and in others.
He even challenges the idea that we have the right to judge each other at all.
We're all made in the image of God, each with our own unique journey and experiences,
He encourages us to shift from judgment to understanding.
recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with the tools they have at that moment.
And he makes this point that when we judge others, we're actually bringing ourselves down, too.
Yeah, negativity just breeds more negativity.
Exactly. We're all connected.
So he challenges us to choose love over judgment, to see the good in others, and to focus our energy on creating a more positive and compassionate world.
Such a powerful message.
And his final message is one of hope and solidarity. You are not alone. We are all in this together.
That gives me chills every time I hear it.
It's a call to action, to support each other, to lift each other up, and to remember that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. It really is such a powerful message of unity and connection.
And it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, to feel like we're all alone in our struggles. But when we hear messages like that,
It's a good reminder, right?
yeah, we're all part of this human experience.
And thinking about Big Sean's journey, it really embodies this idea of realistic self-help.
Realistic self-help. I like that.
It's not about denying the struggles.
Or pretending to have it all figured out.
Right. It's about acknowledging the challenges
Embracing the imperfections.
and continuing to grow and evolve each day.
Exactly. And for me, what really resonates is this blend of inner work with outer work.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not enough to just meditate and visualize. You also have to hustle.
You got to put in the effort, the consistent work.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance.
And, Big Sean also encourages us to be open to different approaches.
Yeah, whether it's exploring alternative healing modalities or challenging conventional ways of thinking.
It's about trusting our intuition,
Finding what works for us.
even if it goes against the grain a little bit.
Yeah, even if it's not the norm.
Exactly. Big Sean's story is a powerful reminder that success isn't a destination, it's a journey.
And that journey is unique for each of us. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to life.
Definitely not.
What matters is that we keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing.
And keep choosing love over judgment, right?
Always, that's the key takeaway here.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Big Sean's wisdom,
What a journey it's been.
here's a final thought for you to ponder.
What one small step can you take today to create a more intentional and fulfilling life for yourself?
It could be starting a daily meditation practice. Maybe it's prioritizing your physical well-being.
Or even just shifting your perspective from I have to I get to.
The journey begins with that single step. Choose wisely. Every one cell